everybody. I'm Karen Spies. I first moved to Boulder in 1986 in a bright yellow VW Rabbit with my second ever boyfriend, Will. We were 17 years old, and we'd run away from home to be together because our parents had forbidden us to see each other, mainly to protect me. But at 17, I didn't think I needed protection, literally. Apparently, being an underage runaway was a crime. So the cops showed up at my work, handcuffed me, and took me away. Will looked on helplessly as I was led to the door. After a heartbreaking phone call with my tearful father, I was on a plane home, and Will followed. Seemed like our 6-month experiment in the real world had bonded us together like crazy glue. Fast forward to 2 months later in my parents' basement. Mom, I said, can you make me a doctor's appointment? I think something's wrong. Later that afternoon, I found myself at Will's house. What are you gonna do? He said. I don't know, I said. Well, whatever you do, don't call me. I don't want my parents to find out. Have you ever slipped on a pair of virtual reality goggles to find that there's no floor beneath you? That every single thing has changed and you don't even recognize the landscape? Or had a dream where you've driven off a cliff and you're hanging suspended in the air? You don't know what's coming next, but you know it's gonna hurt. It was exactly like that. Will could just walk away, but I couldn't. I always thought that abortion was an answer for some people, but not for me. But the idea of a quick fix was seductive. What if I could just make this go away? The voice on the other side of the phone said, it's $2,000 cash, and bring an extra $2K in cash in case something goes wrong. I was earning $3.37 an hour. That was 1 year's income that I needed to come up with in 1 week. The back alley feel of a bag of cash made the gravity of it more apparent to me. That just was not gonna happen. Oh, sorry, we got a delay here. I had a meager income, and I knew that the tipping point was that price. I wasn't gonna do it, and I couldn't live with it. Despite the advice that my mom got to kick me out of the house, she stood by my decision to give my son up for adoption. In the meantime, I kept attending classes at the community college with people who assumed I was a happy young wife. I cherished my time with my little guy, tickling his feet as he kicked in my belly, singing and talking to him, all the while knowing that I had to be strong and give him to a family that could care for him once he was born. Once he was born, I held him in the hospital a few times. The nurses all tiptoed around me like I was some kind of dormant volcano. Maybe I was, but once I signed the papers, he was gone. At least once a week for the past 27 years, I've thought of him. Where was he? Was he okay? Was he even still alive? There's no way for me to know. Imagine taking your only pair of glasses and throwing them in the ocean, hoping that they'd come back to you. As the time went on, I thought, maybe I should look for him. But I didn't even know if that was the right thing to do. What would I do? Just show up and be like, hey, remember me? I'm your mom. How would he feel if I did that? Did I even still have the right to do that? So I lived with not knowing anything about where he was or what his life was like. One cold spring day, I was making myself a sandwich and there was a knock at my door. Can I help you? I snapped. The young man at the door swallowed hard and said, I think I'm your son. My 27-year-old son had moved to Boulder, not knowing that I lived here, and had come and found me. Was I what he expected? Was he glad that he came and found me? When we talked and he said, I think you made a right decision in giving me up for adoption. I love my parents. It was a resolution, and a relief that I never expected to have in my life. Thank you.